Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Brad Chesby video. And I've had a couple days where I've kind of skipped some uploading and things like that, so I apologize for that. I've just kind of fallen behind. One, my son is home for summer, which doesn't really bother me. Like, I would record videos, but I just been really tired and worn out from doing things with him during the summer. So today is a music review. This is actually some bands that I had written down that I was going to cover, and I totally spaced it. And then I found this that had bands I had already covered with them. So I'm going to start out with two bands today. We're going to talk about Mother Love Bone first. So if you've never heard of Mother Love Bone, I don't have um, any songs written down, but they're pretty decent in terms of if you like kind of like I kind of they're kind of in the vein of the other band that I'm going to talk about, and it's Blind Melon. So if you've ever heard Blind Melon had No Rain is the biggest hit that they had, and there was a couple other songs that you would probably know that they had back, in the mid 90s when these bands were pretty big. I think around 93, 94 is when Blind Melon was pretty big. And Mother Love Bone actually goes back, I believe, around the same time, but they may be around 1990 and a little bit before Blind Melon. I could be wrong. But Mother Love Bone is pretty good as well. Kind of has more of a. I kind of have, like, they do have kind of a grungy sound, but also kind of that kind of Blind Melon live as well. So kind of hard to explain what Mother Love Bone sounds like. But if you're a fan of Blind Melon, you might be a fan of Mother Love Bone. And I think maybe the vocals is the way to explain it, is that Blind Melon, I don't think that he had the most perfect voice. And if nobody knows, the singer of Blind Melon is no longer with us. That's why the band really never continued on, I don't believe. Like, I don't think they got another singer. They just went on. They just stopped, and the band just ceased to exist. Now, I thought at one point, I thought maybe he had a brother that was going to take over, or maybe he had a brother that just wasn't musically inclined. I'm thinking, because I know there was a documentary I thought about the guy that came out a while back that I watched, and it was pretty interesting. So yeah, what happened? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was an overdose, that how he would left this earth. And it's just weird how musicians get to that point to where they do that to themselves, and then it's just sad because they're great musicians and things happen, and I don't know. I mean, I guess you can't really get into a musician's mind and understand why they do such things. But so this review is not really a whole lot about the music per se, because these two bands kind of had a style of their own vocally. They weren't the best vocalists in the world, but they had a unique presence about them that made them just irresistible. And these two bands were really good. Now, Mother Love Bone, I don't really think that they got to the height that they should have, because I think the vocals were like unique, but I do think they had something there, and I don't know whatever happened to Mother Love Bone. I don't know their whole story. I don't know anything about them per se. But I do know that I don't think they reached the popularity of what Blind Melon did, at least. But people know of them. Like, they were pretty popular at that point, at that time when they had hits out. And I don't really know what their big hit was, but I remember hearing of them, and I remember people talking about how they're underrated, that people really never talk about them. So if you've never heard Mother Love Bone, go give them a shot, because they're pretty good. I don't know if they have any. I don't even want to try. I was gonna pull up Spotify and look real quick, see if they have anything current out. I don't think so. I don't think they have anything current. I could be wrong though. Leave me comments down below if you know any more about Mother Love Bone and what really happened to them. Because I don't really know their whole story. I didn't really look it up. This is all about the music though. Talking about music, I checked them out. Really good. Like I said, the music is kind of grungy, kind of Blind Melon feeling. So that's why I threw him in with Blind Melon. Blind Melon just has a good vibe, I mean, if you just want to sit there and chill, it's a good band. I would mention other bands, but I haven't talked about them, so I can't really mention them Blind Melon wise, because It's just good chilling, soft rock, mainstream rock kind of bands that came out around the time Nirvana was around, maybe a little bit before, and it was when the alternative sound was kind of coming around. Beck and Blind Melon and all this kind of things were coming around, and this is probably around the time that Nirvana came out and kind of shook everything up. And I'm thinking Nirvana may have been out around this time. I remember when No Rain came out, and I remember the video, and it was so good. And there were some other songs I remember hearing from Blind Melon at the time on MTV when they were still playing music videos on the channel. So if you've never checked out Mother Love Blue and Blind Melon, check them out. They're pretty mainstream, so if you're not a fan of like the heavy metal and stuff I talked about on this channel, these bands are definitely two of them that you may enjoy because their imagery, and I don't want people to come across, because I know people mention that with like Marilyn Manson and metal bands and stuff like that, but their imagery is a little bit odd because they were alternative bands. And I think Mother Love Bone truly was an alternative band. I don't know if they really called them alternative when they were out, but when I seen their videos, they seem pretty alternative to me. But yeah, take that for what you will. There you go. That's been my review of Mother Love Bone and Blind Melon. Check them out. It's kind of hard to explain their sounds. Like I said, their vocals was not the perfect vocals in the world, but they were just, great, and I don't really know their names of the singers and what happened to them and everything. Besides Blind Melon, because I believe he died of an overdose or something else, so it's very odd or something. I don't know. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, like down below, subscribe down below, and comment, and keep on rocking.